Yo, what's going on, party people? It's been a minute. I've been gone for a while, but guess what? We're back better than ever. And what better way to kick off this next 6 months of content with none other than the beauty and the beast herself, the Rodecaster Pro 2. Listen, I got a lot to say about this device right here. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Once again, I appreciate you rocking with your boy. For those of you who may be new to the video, new to my channel, thank you for dropping by. My name is Walter Jennette, founder and creative director of Create to Inspire and Solve. And on this channel, on my channel, you can expect to find inspiration and solutions that are going to help you build a better brand, grow your business, and also help you create a community around the things that you're most passionate about. And we just happen to do that using tech, cameras, audio gear, and a host of other things. So again, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Listen, if you find value in anything that I say by the time we get to the end of this video, feel free to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and click that bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. But let's get into today's topic. All right, so as I stated in the pre-roll, the Rodecaster Pro 2 is finally here, and I'm really kind of late to the party, so it finally is here for me because everybody else has gotten their video. And listen, tons of videos, tons of B-roll, tons of unboxing. If you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know I'm not that guy. So I like to get straight to the point, a little bit of context before we jump into the content. But listen, it's here. That's all that matters. I have it now, and even though we're late to the game, we're jumping right into the party. But nevertheless, it's here, and it's an entirely, completely reimagined beast. Like even Rode is referring to this as a beast. I call it Beauty and the Beast because I love the way it looks. It's kind of subtle. It's not as sharp, you know, as the previous generation, the first generation. It's a little more rounded, but man, does it pack a punch. All right. And I'm just going to give you a rundown of a couple of things that I absolutely love about the Rodecaster Pro 2. All right, let's jump right into what I do like about it. Number one, as a musician myself, even though I don't play that much, you guys have seen the drums in the background of some of my other videos, but as a musician, I love the fact that Rode decided to add combo jacks. This was one of the biggest things where Tascam was kind of slapping Rode in the face. Let's just be honest, when they came out with the mixed cast, and they had combo jacks. So not only can you use XLR, but you can plug in instruments now that you have combo jacks. Speaking of those jacks, their preamps have been completely re-engineered to the point where for those of you who are using gain hungry mics like the Shure SM7B, you don't even have to use a FET head or a cloud lifter anymore. Rode is arguing that they provide a noise floor so low with an additional 76 dB of gain that if you were to add a signal booster like the cloud lifter or the FET head, it would actually make the signal that much more noisier. So that's those two things right there got to be top notch. They didn't stop there though, because we know on the first generation of the Rodecaster Pro, one of the things we hated were the headphone amps. They were absolutely terrible. They've completely re-engineered those, so those are actually great, also allowing you to wear high impedance headphones like the Bear Dynamics one that I have on right now. They took it a step further, even with the sound pads. They're no longer sound pads, they are smart pads. So they are completely customizable. Before, you know, they evolved into you being able to use them for MIDI controls like that. But now it's crazy because you have sound effects. Not just sound effects, but voice effects. Not just voice effects, but MIDI controls and a ton of other things that you can do if you're willing to write all that code, you know, with some other software. But just straight out the box, you know, the voice effects are going to be great. You're still going to get the sound effects with some additions from before, and having those MIDI controls, which again, as a musician, that goes absolutely a long way. Number 5, my 5 favorite feature for me personally, dual USB-C outputs. Output, input, however you want to talk about it. But basically, that means I can connect 2 devices to my Rodecaster at the same time. So I can run both USB-Cs into the same machine. and I can connect to 2 different servers or platforms at the same time. I can connect this to my computer and also my phone. Let's say I want to stream to Facebook or YouTube and then do some IG live at the same time. If some of you are still using Clubhouse, guess what? You don't have to run all these crazy configurations with loopback and Zoom and all these different types of things. No, I can connect both of those things from the same device, all right? And then the last thing, which is going to lead into one of my cons, but I love the fact that you can do this. Everything about the Rodecaster Pro 2 is basically customizable. So each of these channels, you are able to customize or assign them to your own liking. So if I like my microphone on channel 1 and then I want to put my Bluetooth audio on channel 2, I can do that. Now, I didn't have a problem with the way the layout was on the Rodecaster Pro, the original OG, but the fact that you can reassign this basically how you want to is absolutely crazy. And speaking of that, let's kind of lead into what I really don't like or what my concerns are as it relates to the Rodecaster Pro 2. All right, so this is gonna sound crazy, but my biggest issue and my biggest complaint with the Rodecaster Pro 2 is that it's new, that it's shiny, and that it has a whole bunch of features. Now, I'm not going to disrespect Rode like I would like Samsung or you Android people. You know how it is when y'all come out with all these crazy things that nobody really ends up using after like the first month. And then when iPhone seems late because we let you make all the mistakes and get, bored with your phone, and then we come back and perfect it. We're not gonna stoop to that level, but there is a degree of that here, because going back to my last point about it being so customizable, you can tell that Rode is really pointing to the future, to the way this machine has been set up. It'll probably be a while, just like it was a while before they came out with the 2nd generation. It'll probably be a very long time before we see a 3rd generation. I would assume that a 3rd generation would probably consist of a combination of a video mixer and an audio mixer, kind of like an all-in-one switcher. I know Roland actually has done something like that. To me, that's what I see the next iteration of Rode doing, because there is so much packed into the Rodecaster Pro 2. And like I said, the fact that you can easily customize and assign everything. You got 2 USB, C outputs and inputs, and it's a lot to take in. Like, you can definitely, I'm giving you game right here. You can legit just do an entire course on the Rodecaster Pro 2 and charge somebody for it. Maybe I should do that. Stop giving ideas away, Walt. But yeah, because it's so much to do, it's so much to learn, and so much to play with. And if you follow me on IG, quick plug, if you're not following me on IG, you should follow me on IG. But one of the things I talked about is, in my opinion, even though this is the better value, the 2nd generation is the better value, I think for those people on the fence right now, generation 1 is the better buy. One reason I say that is because one of the previous videos that Rode did talking about developer updates, they did mention that they are going to continue to push out updates for the Rodecaster, the OG. I don't know how long, but they did mention updates will continue to roll out. So we'll see how long that lasts. But again, this machine is geared towards creators, streamers, musicians, not just podcasters. The original Rodecaster Pro, you could really tell, was really suited for podcasters, and over time with updates and firmware, it really started to market more towards streamers, because people's like, hey, we love the product, but we would love to be able to make it work for what we're trying to do. And I love the direction and I love the position that Rode is taking, because we understand that video, the consumption of video content, is through the roof, and it's only going to continue to be that way. And one of the highest forms or formats of consumed video content is live streaming. This is a live streamer's paradise when you're talking about all the capabilities you have with the mix minus and being able to assign and route audio, so you no longer need something like loopback, literally being able to do all of that inside of the device. Like, oh my God. But at the same time, as I stated, it's shiny, it's new. Everybody wants it. People have gas. And one of my beefs that I have sometimes with creators is that we just want it just to say we have it and we never utilize it. It was the same thing when people had the Rodecaster Pro, the original. Like, you really didn't do live streams, or if you did them, you didn't incorporate anything that the machine was capable of into your machine. And so again, I say to you, caution. Do not buy this thinking that it's going to make you a better streamer, because it's not. It's not going to make you a better creator. What's going to happen is it's going to take those people who already have a grip and a grasp on how to create great content, how to create great engaging live streams with their audience, and it's going to take that to the next level. For those of you who are not used to this, it's probably going to cause you more headache than fun, because there's going to be a lot you're going to have to learn. I do not believe this is a plug and play straight out the box with all the advanced features. I think you can set it up, you can download the firmware, and you can put in some headphones and get your mic set up and start hearing things. But as far as like all these features and it's complicating routing and mix minus and assigning things, I think it's not. And I know some great streamers, some great creators who are like, there's a little bit of a learning curve. So I'm excited. But that does give me cause to pause. So I know somebody's going to ask, I just bought the Rodecaster Pro. Should I upgrade? It depends on what you're doing. If you're heavy into live streaming, because we can just kind of consider who is this for. If you're heavy into live stream, I think you should go ahead to upgrade. It's going to serve you better going into the future. If you're strictly just out here trying to podcast, just some audio, you want simple workflows, get the one. There's no shame in that. Get the one. I promise to you, it is still great. I have both of mine. I'm not getting rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to give some context to all of that. I'm not even going to necessarily show you guys the setup video of setting up the Rodecaster Pro 2, because I'm going to do that in the next video. So be on the lookout for that, where I actually go ahead and set it up for the first time. I just wanted to give you my impressions of what I think so far. So be on the lookout for that next video where I actually go through, set it up, show you how I'm going to set up my presets. Oh, that was the other thing that I forgot that I left out that I love, that you can actually set up a preset for how I set up my voice and all these different types of things. I didn't even need the sound effects for that. Rode, y'all need to holler at me. You might need to record that, because that was kind of dope. All right. So listen, I hope you have gotten some value. I really hope you have gotten some value out of this. I really just wanted to see you guys' face. I wanted you to see my face and let you know that I'm back. Thank you so much for those of you who have been asking questions, rocking out. I swear to you, I promise you, I got a lot of things coming your way. July is going to be a month like we have never seen before. But again, if you found value, feel free, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the bell so you can be notified every single time I post new content to the channel. More importantly though, I want to hit you in the comments. Hit me in the comments. Let me know, do you have the Rodecaster Pro 2? Do you have the OG? Do you have the original Rodecaster Pro? Are you thinking about upgrading? What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are you excited about? I want to engage in you. Ask me your questions, and that way we can tackle this together, okay? I'll catch you guys in the next video.